All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Harakakwadash, and double honors unto the elders and apostles of GMS Great Millstone, and a sincere Shalom to Akim, bringing out this word with diligence and in truth. So, I just wanted to do a quick lesson. My phone is going to die, but Lord willing, this lesson, I'll get to the charge really quick. So, here we go. Just wanted to bring forth this quick lesson, man. This is Acts 17 and 10. It says, "And the brethren immediately sent away Paul and Silas by night unto Berea, who coming thither went into the synagogue of the Jews. These were more noble than those in Thessalonica." Right? And why? And the scripture is going to get in it. Why? It says, "In that," basically saying, because they received the word with all readiness of mind and searched the scriptures daily, whether those things were so. So as our apostles and elders tell us, man, hey, don't just believe our words, hey, but go do your own research. That's something that they constantly push, because in us doing our own research, it sharpens our sword, man. We may bring up something that they for a particular topic that they may not have touched on, or just bring out another edifying point in order to support, the lesson at hand, man. Right? So I want to go into that word Berea, because as the elders and apostles say another thing, they say, get all the meat off that bone, man. Basically saying, get the fullness of that understanding, right? And when you go into the word Berea, and this is how we were taught, man, go into these scriptures. This is not something just surface level. You read a scripture one time, that doesn't give you the full understanding. Go into the meaning of those words within that precept, man. Because it's a necessity. How wise do you want to be, so to speak, man? How much oil do you want to have, right? This is our job. This is our duty, and ultimately, understanding that Yahushua called us, we're indebted, because if we're of that number, that blood covers us, and that's a heavy sacrifice, right? So it says Berea, it says well watered, and in the spiritual sense, it means what? They had a great understanding. That's why Yahushua said, I have water that ye shall not thirst again, which was speaking of the wisdom, knowledge of the truth, man. All right, so they were well watered, They not only had, the understanding of the milk, which is the foundations, but it was the bread, the wine, the meat, the heaviness, the bitter as well with the sweet. They had a full understanding. And they were attentive unto the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So here it is. It says well watered, right? So we just went into that word well watered, or Berea, and that was the point right there. Well watered, right? So the scriptures tell you as to why, the church of Berea, were more noble than those in Thessalonica. Now let's go into that word Thessalonica, right? It says victory of falsity. Woo! Let's go into this word falsity. Let's look it up. It says falsity. A false statement, also known as falsehood, a misstatement or untruth, is a statement that is false or does not align with reality. And what you can say does not align with the truth, man. Holes in doctrines, or a not full understanding. Untruthfulness, when something is untruth or not true, it's a lie or it's false. Incorrect, insincere, which is really what it is, man. Insincere. Let's see if it has any more. Untruthfulness, falseness, something false, a lie, the quality or state of being false, right? But this is just all from one precept. The understanding grows off of this one precept. And then when you go into Thessaloniki, because that's the word G2332, the root word is Nike, which goes into the word victory, right? And understanding that's what the brand name of Nike actually means, man. So it's a Grecian word. So you see how the wisdom of Yahweh Bashem Shah just expands, because this truth, is everything, man. This truth is everything. There's an understanding of the scriptures in every walk, in every part of our lives, man. But let's go more, right? Because this is part of the understanding and part of learning. It's Isaiah 28, verse 13, right? This is how we break down the word of truth. It says Isaiah 28:13, but the word of Yahweh Shemel Shai was unto them precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little, that they might go and fall backward and be broken and snared and taken, right? So here it is. This is how you understand the word. In the Christian church, they'll have you read about a precept too. You know, have everybody in the church stand up and read along with the pastor, but he never breaks it down. And then he goes on with a motivational speech, and then the choir play 5 songs, and then he taking money out your pocket. And that's why the scriptures say, hey, wherefore do you go to spend that which is not bread, man? Basically saying, hey, Jake is going into these synagogues, and Acts 7:48 tells us that the Most High dwells not in temples made of hand, right? But they're going into these places, believing that they're worshiping the Lord when in truth that's opposite, right? And they're giving their money unto something that's not going to actually support them or help them in their spirit, man. You know, it's just going to make them feel good in the moment. And then right after the service, they're going to go eat some shrimp, crab, and pork, man, right? But the scripture is telling us how to go from precept to precept is how you break down the mysteries and the understanding of the scriptures, man, right? And you do that through what? Through studying. Ultimately, Yahweh Shemel Shai has to have his spirit upon you for you to understand. But it takes steadiness. And that's what the scripture tells us in the book of Sirach. It says, matter of fact, before I grab this, I'm going to grab that precept. Right? And I'm going to grab that 2 Timothy that you seen right there. But, oops. Leisure. Sirach 38:24. It says, the wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure, right? Your downtime. It says, and he that hath little business shall become wise. And why is that? Because that man that has little business is single-minded. You know, his mind is focused on the duties of pleasing Yahweh Bashim Shai, right? Which ultimately is him being comforted and being intimate with wisdom, right? Now, to go into that 2 Timothy, and I'm going to close it out on this precept, but we're gonna grab these words out of here so you can fully understand. 2 Timothy 2:15, study to show thyself approved unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. Right? So let's go into this word, what this word study means. Right? Study means spudazo. It says to exert oneself, because you are exercising. You're exercising your spiritual muscles, so to speak. You know, exercising your spirit. This is the practice before the game. To exert oneself, let's go into that word, exert. Oops. Oh, well, I can grab it. Shit. To exert. Right? To bring to bear, to make an effort. To apply or bring to bear influence or quality to make a physical or mental effort. But what you see right there is to make an effort. Yahweh Shemel Shai has to see that you care, man. You know, to make an effort to walk, you know, and to understand shows the Lord that you're about the Father's business. It shows Yahweh Shai that you're about his Father's business, man, as he was. To work hard, to drive oneself, right, to labor, right? And there's a lot of precepts on labor. To give one's all. The scripture tells us, he that runneth, runneth that he may obtain, man. I so not fight as one that beateth the air. Right? But you run that ye may obtain. Continuing. So it says, to endure, to give diligence. As the scriptures say, what? Give diligence to what? To make your calling and election sure. So that's just the word study. Now let's go into show thyself. To show is G39:36. And it says, to present, for another to see, to bring into one's fellowship or intimacy, right? Intimacy in the sense of what? Getting closer to, you know, and you get closer to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai by what? By you know, the acts of the spirit, you know, and putting off the deeds of the flesh, right? Let's go back, because this is how you break the word down, man. This is how we were taught from our apostles and our elders, and their elders. Right, so that's study to show thyself approved. Approved to be what? Accepted, pleasing, or acceptable. Right? You want to be accepted by Yahweh Bashim Shai. because them accepting you, or them ultimately you being chosen, Lord willing, we be of that number of the elect, man. Right? Oops. It's going back. It says, study to show thyself approved unto Yahweh, a workman. We're going to go into that word workman, that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. Workman. Right? G20:40. It says, usually one who works for a hire. Does not the scripture say, hey, we're working for that penny and to double the Lord's money? There it is. So the scriptures all line up. In truth, in 100% truth, the scriptures will always line up, man. That which one undertakes to do, enterprise or undertaking, business, employment, that which anyone is occupied. Hey, right. Hey, and we're employees of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Hey, he told us to what? Feed his sheep. That's a job. We're employed by Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. If you love me, what'd he say? If you love me, feed my sheep. Plain and simple. Let's go back. It says, that needeth not to be ashamed. G4:22, having no cause to be ashamed, is plain. Rightly dividing, here it is, to make straight and smooth, to handle right, to teach the truth directly and correctly. Right? Directly in the sense as to, hey, you're not sparing the feelings. Yeah, you're lifting your voice as a trumpet. Right? Showing Isaiah 58:1. Right? Lifting up your voice like a trumpet, show my people their transgressions, in the house of Jacob their sins, and correctly, rightly dividing the word of truth. And there not being any leaven in the doctrine. Rightly dividing the word of truth. So that's the point, man. Hey, and that's not only, how we study, go into these words, man. Go into the words. Hey, you got the app on your phone, on your laptop, or whatever tools you use to study, click them. Go into them. It's only going to bring out a greater understanding, not only for the body, but also for yourself. You'll understand more. We go into other translations of the scriptures, and even when you're reading the NLT, it told you plainly, without in the sense of having to go into those words, but nevertheless, when you do go into them, it's a greater foundation, man. I'll read it in NLT and then I'll close out. Work hard so you can present yourself to Yahweh and receive his approval. Be a good worker, one who does not need to be ashamed and who correctly explains the word of truth. And that's plain, man. That's plain. And so I just want to bring this lesson out to the body. That our apostles and elders have showed us, how to work. We as the scriptures say, we have entered into other men's labors, right? So we're to be a profitable servants unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushai as they are. You see the apostles, they've been pushing 30 plus years, man. And they are on fire, man. The apostles bringing out 3-4 lessons every day, live streams every day. Apostle Rakah, Apostle Ramlab, they do a live stream literally like every day, man. Apostle Gabar. And on top of that, they do other lessons as well. Apostle Gabar and Apostle Tar, they putting out lessons every day, man. Not just one, not just two, not just three. The apostles do lessons while they working out, man. Well, apostles do the riding talks, man, where he's biking or walking his mile trails, man. Lessons on all things, and these men are up in age. How much more us who are younger men? There's no excuse. There's no excuse, man. That's why Apostle Tar always brings out the precept in Revelations. You gonna be lukewarm or you gonna be hot, man? I would wert thou cold or hot, and not to be lukewarm. So to be on fire, man. We don't have no excuse. The tools are at our disposal. Yahweh Shema Shai gave them to us to use. So there it is, man. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the body. I want to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakakwadash. A double honors unto the elders and apostles of GMS Great Millstone. And a sincere shalom to you, Akim, bringing out this word in diligence and in truth. Shalom.